Imagine a room with no windows. Two men sit across from each other. No weapons, no restraints, no rules. One of them was engineered to become perfect. The other was engineered to erase perfection itself. In exactly 40 minutes, one of them walks out. The other chooses to die. Not because he was forced, but because he understood something. Most people think Kiyotaka Ayanokoji is the pinnacle of human control. They see the white room and think this is the final evolution of intelligence. They're wrong. Because while Ayanokoji was learning how to control people, Johan Liebert was learning something far more dangerous: how to make control unnecessary. Today, we are not comparing characters. We are dissecting two psychological systems, two operating systems for the human mind, and by the end of this video, you won't just understand them, you'll realize something uncomfortable. You are already running one of these systems. But before we get there, we need to destroy a myth. Manipulation is not about reading people, it's about rewriting them. And to understand that, we have to go back to the places where humanity was removed: 511 Kinderheim and the White Room. Part 2, The Origin of Apathy. Ayanokoji wasn't raised. He was constructed. The White Room wasn't designed to create intelligence. It was designed to remove everything that slows intelligence down. Pain was removed. Attachment was removed. Fear was conditioned into irrelevance, because emotion introduces delay, and delay introduces weakness. In the White Room, a child crying wasn't comforted. He was observed not as a human, but as a system failure. There was no praise, no validation, no identity, because the moment you reward someone, you create dependency. And dependency is control. The paradox is that the White Room wanted to create someone uncontrollable by removing everything that could control him, and it worked. Ayanokoji doesn't manipulate people emotionally. He bypasses emotion entirely. He treats humans like variables. If the White Room removed emotion, 511 Kinderheim removed something far worse. It removed meaning. Johan Liebert wasn't trained to think better. He was trained to believe nothing matters. Children weren't taught who they were. They were taught that they were replaceable. Names changed, memories were manipulated, and reality itself was questioned. Once identity disappears, morality follows. Johan didn't become a monster, he became empty. And an empty person cannot be predicted. Ayanokoji represents control. Johan represents collapse. One calculates outcomes, the other erases outcomes entirely. One builds systems, the other destroys the need for them. So ask yourself, is it more dangerous to face someone who calculates everything, or someone who believes nothing has value? Don't answer yet. Because later, that question becomes lethal. Part 3. The Protocols of Social Engineering. Ayanokoji never reacts, because the moment you react, you accept someone else's frame. And once you accept their frame, you lose control. He doesn't dominate conversations, he redesigns them. Silence is one of his most powerful weapons. Humans are uncomfortable with silence, so they rush to fill it, and when they do, they reveal information. That information becomes leverage. Ayanokoji doesn't look for emotions, he looks for inconsistencies. A delayed blink, a forced smile, a pause that lasts just a bit too long. These aren't emotions, they're data leaks. Everything becomes measurable. Johan operates differently. He doesn't study everything about a person. He finds one thing, the one truth they cannot face: guilt, shame, fear of meaninglessness. And once he finds it, he doesn't attack. He reflects it back, slowly, quietly. Ayanokoji controls behavior. Johan destroys identity. And when identity collapses, control becomes unnecessary. The person collapses on their own. This isn't just fiction. The Milgram experiment proved that ordinary people will harm others simply because someone told them to. No force was needed, just a reason, and Johan is the one who gives that reason. Part 4. The Ultimate Showdown. Place them in the same system, the same school, the same environment. Ayanokoji assumes people act in their self-interest. Johan understands that people will destroy themselves if given the right idea. Ayanokoji isolates threats. He controls variables. He predicts outcomes. But his system has a flaw: it assumes people want to win. Johan doesn't attack directly. He whispers. He plants one idea. What if none of this matters? And suddenly, winning loses meaning. Ayanokoji's entire system depends on logic. But logic collapses when people stop caring about outcomes. And Johan specializes in that exact moment, the moment where meaning disappears. But there is something even deeper. There is one detail in Johan's past that most people miss. A detail that makes him completely immune to Ayanokoji's logic, and almost no one talks about it. We're about to reveal it. The final verdict. So who is the coldest? If the world is a game, Kiyotaka Ayanokoji is the perfect player, every move calculated, every outcome predicted, a system that cannot be outplayed. But Johan Liebert doesn't play the game. He looks at the board and asks a question no one is prepared for. Why are you even playing? And the moment that question enters your mind, the system begins to break. Because Ayanokoji's world depends on one assumption that people want something: status, victory, control, survival. But Johan removes that assumption. He doesn't defeat you. He makes you defeat yourself. And here's the part most people miss. Johan doesn't manipulate the strong, and he doesn't hunt the weak. He targets the exact moment when a person begins to question their own meaning. And that moment happens to everyone. Which means this was never about two characters. It was about two forces: control and collapse. So the real question isn't who wins. The real question is, when that moment comes, which system are you running? Are you someone who can still act even when nothing feels meaningful? Or will you hesitate just long enough for someone like Johan to exist inside your thoughts? Because once that happens, you don't lose the game, you stop believing it was ever worth playing. And that is the most dangerous form of control. If you want to master the mind of Kiyotaka Ayanokoji, you must first survive the reality of Johan Liebert. This is not strategy. This is not manipulation. This is the point where control ends, and something far worse begins. This is the Kiyotaka Protocol.